while she's shooting that laser at us. Oh, crap. And if you fall down, you only take 1 mask of damage instead of 2 from her attacks. So depending on your positioning, it can be beneficial to do that. Oh, that was bad placement, but it's fine. Okay, let's wait here. We can shadow dash through the laser. Let's just keep going up. Okay. Hello everyone. My name is AltaraGuy, and welcome back to Hollow Knight, Part 12. In the last episode, we made a whole bunch of progress with lore and completion and such. We did the White Palace and the Path of Pain, and we also made a whole bunch of progress in the Grimm Troop. We started that up, and we got a whole bunch of flames to upgrade our Grimm child here. And we also fought Nightmare King Grimm to progress the quest even more. We also got one of the final, we did the quest to get one of the final Mask Shard pieces, which is pretty cool. And now, all that we need to do is get the last couple of bits and bobs for the thingamajig. Wow, my brain is having a stroke. Alright, so I need to get the last couple of flames. That's what it is. And one of them is in Deep Mist, one of them is in the Fungal Wastes, one of them is in the Royal Waterways, and one of them is in the Hive. So, I believe I checked on this before, but that's right. So, the Deep Mist one is next to a stag station, so I'll go get that one first. And then I will probably get... So, we only need 3, thankfully. I'm not going to get the one in the Fungal Wastes because that's too far from a stag station or a bench or anything like that, I think. So we're going to go to the ancient, or the Royal Waterways and the Hive. So I will head over to Deep Nest and we can get that first one right now. Alright, here we are in Deep Nest. So let's go get our hands on this flame. So it doesn't show up in that one there. It shows up in this one down here. Hello, Brum. You came. The red flame I've gathered from this dead kingdom. You would claim it for our master, for his final act. The ritual plays itself out once more. We are like the notes in an old song, you and me. Endless, repeating songs of sacrifice, of servitude, for the ritual, for the troop, for the master. Even this child was born into invisible chains. So we serve, thus it has ever been, yes? Take the flame then, it is why you came here. Oh, thanks. It is done, and yet, it is not merely by fortune that we meet here, in the darkest, furthest reaches of the world, where my master's scarlet eyes cannot see us. A song that never ends is no song at all. You take part in the ritual, yet I sense you truly have no master. Is it so? Perhaps together we can banish that livid flame, and let this dead kingdom rest in peace. If you wish to silence the endless song, meet me where it began. But if you return to the master and complete the ritual, as long as you do it without regret, I will bear you no hatred. So, the choice there that we have is we can banish the Grimm troop, or we can complete the ritual. Now, these are mutually exclusive in a save file. You can only do one. And I have already done the, I've already banished the Grimm troop. And the rewards that you get for this are different depending on what you decided to do. So if you decide to banish the Grimm troop, you get... sorry, I'm just going to check exactly where we're at. I want to go to the palace grounds for this one, I think. But we'll go to the hive first. You get a charm called Carefree Melody. And what that charm does is it gives you a chance to block incoming damage, which is okay. But what makes it special is, is that the chance to block that incoming damage increases with the number of hits that you take. So basically, the more damage you take, the more, or the higher the chance that the Carefree Melody procs. And I need to go down quite a bit from here, I do believe. Okay. So yeah, the more damage you take without it proccing, the higher the chances that it will eventually proc. And it starts at 10%, and it goes up by 10% every time you take damage without it triggering. So, obviously, 10%, 20%, 30%, so on and so forth, until it triggers, and then it resets back to 10%. So, this charm is okay. I'm not the biggest fan of it, simply because I am a firm believer in the idea that you should just learn the boss fights and figure out the patterns, because all of the bosses in this game have a pattern, and figure out, like, how does each boss work, where are the weaknesses, because every boss has to have them, naturally. How difficult is it to stagger them? How often can you stagger them? Are there times without staggering them that you can damage them to, or that you can take time to heal? Are there certain attacks that are easier to dodge than others? So on and so forth. And Carefree Melody can make it easier for you to do that, because it basically means, I want to say that, like, the wiki folks worked out the math, and on average, Carefree Melody blocks a hit once every 3.5 times, I want to say. So basically, once every 3 to 4 hits, you don't take damage. And if you're trying to do a boss for the first time, that can be very useful. But, at some level, there is a maximum to the amount of punishment you can take while doing a boss and still actually learn something from it. So, I don't know. That's just my opinion. The other benefit that it has is if you are doing a... so towards the end of the game, we will unlock the ability to fight all of the bosses, and some of them will have a changed difficulty. Now, specifically what I mean there is you can set them to the normal difficulty, you can set them to a higher difficulty, which causes them to do double damage, or you can set them to the highest difficulty, called Radiant mode, and Radiant mode means that bosses will kill you in one hit. Now what Carefree Melody does is, because it allows you to avoid taking damage, you can essentially bank hits before you do that boss fight, which will allow you to potentially get hit once without dying. And you can obviously increase that chance, and of course it is entirely possible that you get it to proc multiple times, which if you're just really lucky. But I don't like that, simply because I don't want the success or failure of a boss fight to be determined solely on do I get lucky with this charm activating or not. And it also costs 3 charm notches to use, which can be a little bit prohibitively expensive, especially if you're not, or if you have a build that is not super conducive to something like that. Also, I've done that before, so I want to show you guys the other option. Although in the Steel Soul, I will do another playthrough of this in Steel Soul mode. I'm not entirely sure when. I may go to a different game after this. I know someone recommended Blasphemous, so I may give that a try. I'm also going to use the compass, because I guess I came in here in the wrong spot, which is fine. But yeah, so someone recommended Blasphemous, so I may take a break from this and do that as a series instead, and then come back. I want to get all of the achievements in this game, and I've gotten most of them. But for, like, the speedrun achievements, I'll probably do that as its own series. Except for the 5-hour completion achievement, which I will likely do as a stream, and I'll put out some details about that. But anyway, yeah, so, back to this charm. Not my favorite thing ever, which is why we're not going to do that in this try. But the game, I don't know, I mean, it lets you make the decision, but it definitely has an opinion about which one you should do. So, and, you know, with minimal spoilers, there are several characters in the game, including Brum, who want you to banish the Grimm troop. But, of course, because you're the one playing the game, the choice is entirely your own, and you can make the final decision as to whether you want to banish them or not. Okay, so I was in the correct area, but I went past it. It's just this area over here. But you need to go up a little bit more. So anyway, if we go ahead and complete the ritual, like Grimm wants us to do... wait a second. Can I... Is the flame above? I guess it has to be, huh? Then we will upgrade the Grimm child one last time and turn it from a charm that is kind of meh into a charm that could potentially be very good. And I say potentially because I've never done it before, so I don't know the full extent of the damage upgrade that the charm gets. But it's only 2 slots, and for the most part, with my build, I'm fairly flexible about what the 2-notch charm can be. I mainly use Long Nail, but if this charm is sufficiently good, I may use something else, like the Grimm Child. Oh boy. Okay, so yeah, that didn't go so well, as you can probably tell. So I'm gonna make my way back there, and I'm gonna just cut most of that fight, I think. Because for the most part, it is just the same as the Flame Keepers that we saw last episode. It's just that the attacks are a little bit more intense, I guess. I mean, the 2 new things that they do is that they have that Flame Jet attack, and they have the that they do 2 masks of damage instead of just 1. Which is a little bit of a preparation for the boss fight, because that is another thing. The boss fight does 2 masks of damage instead of 1 as well. So that can be a little bit tricky to get used to. But fortunately, as part of my other series, my other playthrough of this on my own, I did get to fight it as part of basically the final challenge of the game. So I have gotten a fair amount of practice, and I can say that the boss is one of the hardest bosses in the game. Definitely not the hardest, for reasons that you will see in time. I'm not quite close to some of the bosses that I consider to be more difficult, but you'll definitely see why, because this is a boss that I can't really commentate over, because it requires a lot of focus and a lot of precision, and basically if you mess anything up, it punishes you really hard. So I'll probably cut this fight, especially if it takes a while. I have a tendency to just use nail arts to make this go ever so slightly faster. But yeah, I mean, you've pretty much seen everything about this that is special, and it's really just more annoying than anything. Please, come on, you've gotta be getting close, right? Please? Yes, thank you. Oh my god, you're so annoying. But we did it. Alright, so there's 2 flames down, so now we just need to fight 1 more of those individuals. And I will take the path out of this way, which will allow me to go to the tram station, which I will take to the ancient basin, and that'll get us pretty close to the next area. So, all things considered, I'll just fall on the spikes and we'll call it good. Let's see, so we need to go down this way. Haha, dumbass! Alright, I'll take it. Oh, that's really great. If you can't tell what happened, he did his dash attack, and he put himself into the spikes, and he was low enough that the damage he took from falling into the spikes caused him to die. Which, you know what? Considering that I was 1 hit away from death, I will take that. Alright, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to go back down to the hidden station tram, or tram station, stag station, stagway station, whatever you want to call it. And we will go back to Dirtmouth, and we'll do the final upgrade for our little fella here. So, hey Grimm, gotta use the dream nail on ya. And in we go. So, unfortunately, the thing that kind of sucks about this is you'll notice that the Grimm child is not with us anymore. And I also can't open my inventory, but basically what that means is I've just pissed away 2 charm notch slots that are required to do this boss fight. So that's going to make this a little bit more difficult, but with my current loadout and practice, I think I should be able to do it. I'm going to commentate the first attempt, and that's the plan, and then basically I'll try and stay quiet so you guys can enjoy the music, because this soundtrack absolutely slaps. And I may provide like text overlay explanations for what I'm doing. So here we go. Let's get started. There he is. Nightmare King Grimm. Title card means shit is about to go down. Alright, so for this first attack, most of his attacks are fairly similar to the ones that just regular Grimm does. This one is new because it's just like the Flame Jet from the Flame Keeper. That one is pretty similar, except he obviously shoots 4 flames instead of just 3. This one is pretty easy to dodge, fortunately. This one is the same except for that fire trail that he leaves behind, so you just want to use a nail bounce for some extra height and then a dash to ensure you get enough air time. This one is the same, he just doesn't show up and it's slightly faster. For that one you want to be pretty close to when he goes up for his upward dash. For this one you want to just do a simple jump and then dash towards him to avoid the flames. This one, you can actually heal during this attack if you want to, depending on when you time it. If you do a dash after the 2nd or 3rd flame while you're airborne, you might be able to hit the ground with enough time to heal. This attack sucks because it's faster. He's still immune to nail damage when he does it, so you just have to be very lucky with the placement of the flames. But it's pretty much just going to loop like this over and over again. Obviously his stagger is much shorter, but I can still get in 3 heals, so that's not a problem. So, oh come on, I definitely thought that would work. Ow! Oh crap. Oh, this is bad. Okay, we can heal now. Okay, so that didn't go so well. I started to sort of lose it there at the end, as you noticed. I was doing pretty well, and I just kind of fumbled it. So for the next ones, I'm going to stay silent, and I'm going to use text to explain what I'm doing, just so I can focus, and so that you guys can enjoy the soundtrack, because it's pretty good. Oh, damn it. That was not great. Wow, that was awful. Oh, I was doing so well. I almost clawed that back, too. Okay, that was not good. Yeah, definitely earned that one, especially with that horrible flame dodge, where I just jumped right into it. Yeah, that was... I backed myself into a corner there and I couldn't get out. Should have just turned around and gone for it. I just walked into that one. That was embarrassing.
Holy crap, I finally did it! Oh my god. Oh.
Gotcha, Grimm. See ya. Oh. Alright. And there they go. Finally. Alright, defeat the Nightmare King and complete the ritual. We just got an achievement. Oh, and we've upgraded our Grimmkin charm again. I heard a piercing cry from the well. It echoed about my mind, and it left me all a-daze. I'd say it was a foul beast's death, but this cry sounded different. Divine? Has something happened, little traveler? No, don't tell me. If foul events are brewing, it's probably better I don't know. Yeah, so that's a reference to the fact that we broke the Temple of the Black Egg, all the seals, and the final boss was now accessible. So there we go. Symbol of a completed ritual. Contains a living scarlet flame. So now it's fully upgraded. And I don't know how much damage it does, but it could be good.
Not slow?
No, not yet. Okay, so she's still here because she is the way that you get the unbreakable charms from the fragile ones. And the game devs were fortunate enough, or had the foresight to consider the fact that you might want to defeat Nightmare King Grimm or banish the Grimm troop before you amass the absolutely astronomical amount of geo that's required. I think it's 37,000 geo that you need in order to get all 3 unbreakable charms. It's quite large. But yeah, so we will be doing that, not in this episode, but in the future. I'll probably grind the Coliseum off camera. We will need to go back there, and we will do that in this episode, just not right now. I want to get the final nail upgrade, because if you recall, in the last episode we got the last piece of pale ore for rescuing a whole bunch of grubs. And I want to be able to get my hands on that, because getting the last nail upgrade is going to be pretty good in terms of our raw damage output, as well as another thing that we will be able to do as a result. So I'll see you guys at the nailsmith's hut. Alright, here we are. Hello, sir. Oh, you've returned. I see you have some pale ore, a rare fine metal that. Give me the ore and some geo for my efforts, and I'll reforge your nail to make it stronger. Yes, please. Thank you. As you wish. I'll get to work then. Nice. It's done. The reforging is done. Your nail is much stronger than it used to be, as strong as it could ever be. In only your weapon have I seen such potential. Finally, I behold the majesty of a pure nail. To think this moment has come upon me so soon. I must step outside a moment. Pretty heavy footsteps you got there, bud. My life's work achieved. What more is left? With a pure nail forged, my work in this lifetime comes to an end. My only remaining desire is to see and feel the nail strike true. I beg you, cut me down. As my final moment in life, I want to taste the blade's exquisite edge. After all this time, all this toil, haven't I earned it? So, as with most things like this in this game, you have a choice. You can choose to hit him with the nail, which causes him to be knocked off the cliff and fall to his death. Or you can spare his life, and he will go live with Nailmaster Shio in Greenpath. And they'll get, like, married, I think. I don't know the full specifics, but they'll be living together. I've already gotten the achievement for doing that, so I will kill him here. I don't want to, but I will. So, sorry, dude. Bye. Purity. Kill the nailsmith with the pure nail. Sorry, dude. I didn't want to do that, but it's what you wanted. It's what you asked for. Pure nail, the ultimate weapon of Hallownest. Crafted to perfection, this ancient nail reveals its true form. So I wonder if he was... And, of course, his body falls into the water, so you can't see it, or dream nail his corpse or anything like that. You can't even dream nail him after he gives his speech. Attempting to do that will literally just cause the dream nail to go through him and not do anything. Okay. Well, that was sad. When I eventually come back to this to do the Steel Soul playthrough, because I don't know if I left that in the last episode, but when I beat the Hollow Knight, it unlocked Steel Soul mode, which is a game mode that you can set up at the start of the game, and it basically is permadeath for this game, and there's an achievement for beating the game in Steel Soul mode, which I have not gotten yet. So I will probably come back to this game to do that, and I'll do a series on that. And there's also some speedrunning challenges, so like beat the game in 20 hours with 100% completion, beat the game in Steel Soul mode in 20 hours with 100% completion, I think is one of them. There's beat the game in 10 hours, which I may do a series on, I may not. And then there's beat the game in 5 hours, which I'm not going to do a series on, but I will stream that. I will do a live stream of that here on the channel. And that will probably take me some time, because I don't know all the skips and everything else. So that will be something that I need to pay attention to. But, yeah. So there's plenty more to this game. But for now, I'm going to go to Green Path, because that will allow me to unlock the final Mask Shard, which will allow me to get full health. So, we need to go to... Whoops. We need to go to the Stone Sanctuary. As you can see, there's a Warrior Dream Grave there. There's also a grub above the Hunter's area that I should probably get. So we'll do that, we'll fight that boss, we'll get the last Mask Fragment, and then I'll have maximum health, and then I will make my way back to the Colosseum of Fools, and I will do the final challenge there, because that challenge is a doozy. Oh man, that challenge is probably going to take me quite a while to beat, but we'll see. So I'll see you guys in the Stone Sanctuary. So we're in the area that the last mask is guarded by a boss called No Eyes. And the reason why she is named that is fairly self-explanatory. But the main reason we didn't come in here is because it's dark and we didn't have the Lumafly lantern. And so it is unlikely that I would be able to do this boss completely blind, because I don't know if attempting to fight this will illuminate the area. I don't think it will. So, let's fight her. My child, can you still see? Please, don't hurt. Can't sleep with your eyes open, little one. Can't dream if you're still breathing, little one. Precious children, you speak such loathsome things as you sleep. Your claws always scratch and scrape. Precious children, a monster has come for us in the dark. Will you sing for me? Yes, challenge the warrior dream. Also, I definitely feel like you can dream while you're still breathing. Because, otherwise you'd be dead. Although I suppose as a ghost or a dream you are dead. So maybe in this case, can't dream while you're dead, or while you're breathing, means that like your soul, or your dream, in this case, can't become its own entity while you're still alive. I think that's what they're getting at. That, you know, because this is a dream or a soul or whatever you want to call it, an essence, if you will, it's possible that she is referencing the fact that you can't separate your essence from your body, while you're still alive, which, for everything that we have encountered in this game, makes a lot of sense, because the ghosts that we've been able to talk to, obviously their bodies are quite dead. So... Come on. Come on. Okay, I got a whole bunch of soul. I'm just going to heal up. I don't want to take any chances. The main thing that makes this boss fight annoying is just the teleportation. Unfortunately, because of the way that warrior dreams work, I'm fairly certain that they're either... One of two things must be true. Either their health scales with the amount of damage that you deal, or they simply... their health is replaced by like a hit marker, which is obviously independent of the damage that you deal, and so they just need to take a certain number of hits to die. I don't know. For those of you who are more knowledgeable about these bosses, let me know in the comments, because I would be interested in hearing. Alright, listen. One by one, their eyes closed at last. I felt it, a warm stillness falling over us. I'm sorry I was frightened of you. You were always protecting us, even when we couldn't see you. Take us there, please. A place where light cannot haunt us. A place without dreams. Please. I don't think she was talking to us. I gotta be honest. We have a whole bunch more essence now. And this is not the way to go forward. So, yeah. We're almost at the 2400 marker. But I'm gonna try and fight all of the warrior dreams. Oh! And there it is! Gimme! Bam! Nice. Alright. And it fully restores my health. So we're now at maximum health. And if we did this the first time, you would get an achievement. I think it's called Masked. But now you can see that this mask is fully completed, as is the soul vessel. And you can also kind of tell that the pure nail has a design that resembles these two, which is something that I actually never noticed before. Anyway, we are now going to make our way to the Colosseum of Fools, because that is going to house one of the last challenge in that area, which I'm fairly certain only gives me money, but I'm not 100% sure about that. I don't remember. Anyway, but we're gonna make our way over there, so I will see you guys there. Alright. Here we are. Welcome back, warrior. To enter a trial, step over to the board and place your mark. From that point on, your destiny is your own. Alright, so I'm gonna be very intelligent, and I'm gonna come over here. And even though I'm at full health and full soul, I'm just gonna rest at this bench because this challenge is a real pain in the ass. You think this shell is a defensive arm? Well, I'll give you fair warning. It conceals a deadly surprise. Pray you never find out what that is. The perfect challenge. I can already taste my victory. I'll crush them all. Oh, and you. You'll see me at my deadly best. Yeah. Keep telling yourself that, bud. Alright, so I'm going to leave the Grimm Child on, because extra damage, considering that I don't have fragile strength. Trial of the Fool. Fight for Geo and the glory of being a fool. The glory of being... Okay, sure. Place a mark and begin the trial? Yeah, alright, let's do it. And a little bit of extra damage never hurt nobody. Actually, it did, but it hurt the people that I don't want to be alive anymore, so... Okay, I was gonna say, Grimmchild, are you locked behind that gate? Nah, you're good. Alright. So we're just gonna go with maximum aggression for the start of this. Fortunately, oh my goodness, we can kill those dudes in one hit now. It's beautiful. So fortunately, this is going to be a lot easier than when we were here the last time, because we have the Pure Nail, which is, of course, the strongest nail upgrade that we have available to us. I also have all of the Charm Notches, Which means, of course... Wow, those guys are really just going to die to the spikes, aren't they? Alright, sure, I'll take it. Okay, let's focus on you first. Ow. Oh my goodness, the increase in damage is so nice. So nice. This makes this so much more manageable than last time, when I think we only had the channeled nail, which was like level 2. Oh, easy there, buddy. No, thank you. Get out of here. Alright. Explode. Sick. Oh, 2 of you. Alright, sure, that's... Whoa, exploders! Exploders! Oh boy. Hey, thanks for the essence. Appreciate you. Heal up. Ah, these guys. We remember these guys from Kingdom's Edge. Thankfully, with my increased damage, I think they die in like 2 or 3 hits, so that's pretty good. I think they die in 3 hits, but 2 if they get hit by the Grimm Child. So this charm is actually pretty nice. Especially since I get basically free range damage. Well, not free range damage. I get unlimited range damage for the small cost of 2 charms, which, to be perfectly honest, I would put a whole bunch of things there anyway. Normally, what my build is the... Okay, so I do need to concentrate up a little bit. Ow. Use a nail art here. Oh, come on now. Ow. So these guys are still annoying, although if I had fragile strength, I could kill them in 1 hit. Which is a bit of a shame, because I obviously don't have fragile strength. So now, there will be some Garpedes that we just need to avoid by doing like so. And we've got you, which I definitely got that attack all the time, but that's alright. That's fine. Yeah, so normally the build that I use... Sorry for getting very distracted there. Whoa now! Easy there, bucko. Ow. Did you just, like, not? Oh my, okay. How about we don't? Sorry, I keep getting distracted. Most of the time, the build that I... use... Ow. Is, Quick Slash, Quick Focus, and then Fragile or Unbreakable Strength, of which I would like to get sooner rather than later. And then, whoa, a couple of you fellas. Haven't seen you for quite some time. Is it really just 2 hits to kill you? That's pretty nice. Get out of here. So that means a nail art could dispatch you guys, like, in 1 hit. Oh, hello, okay. Have you considered, perhaps, ow, not doing that? No, please don't. Get out of here. Alright, so we're going to see a new enemy, that guy, who can apparently survive a nail art. Would not have guessed that. But that's alright. So it uses attacks much like... Ow, much like Umu the jellyfish used in that fight, if you can recall that. Oh boy. Okay. So, before I was so rudely interrupted by everything, the main build that I normally use is this charm, and then the unbreakable version of this, which doesn't, you don't lose the effect when you die, and then usually Long Nail, although I may swap it out for Grimm Child, because the bonus of Long Nail is only like 10%. And I've gotten pretty good at not using any nail upgrades for the truly difficult boss fights, which will be coming up soon enough. But I'm using the Mark of Pride for the arena here because there is one section that is much like the Trial of the Conqueror, where you have to do a whole bunch of wall bouncing combat that's kind of stupid. So, I want the extra range for that. And also just so I can be very aggressive in the slashes that I do. Because that's pretty nice. No, get out of here. Come on now. I'm gonna try and just be like maximum aggression type situation here. Get out of here. Pretty much going berserker. There we go. Ow. We'll just get you out of here. You're both dead. That's excellent news. I'll charge up my nail art preemptively to just dispatch you immediately. Get rid of this warrior here in the middle. Winged Fool, I think it's called. Ow. Jeez, man, my dodging is terrible. You'd think after... I don't understand how, like, after I do a super hard challenge, my skill just, like, immediately goes away. Like, we had Nightmare King Grimm, one of the more difficult bosses in the game. And I did that... I mean, yeah, okay, it did take me quite a few attempts. Not even going to say a couple. It took me quite a few attempts. But that one required a lot of finesse. Oh, right, the exploders. And a lot of practice to actually, make happen. But I did it. And then, of course, I now suck at the arena combat. And like the Path of Pain, the hardest platforming challenge in the game, I did that somewhat readily. And then I sucked at the rest of the White Palace. So I don't know what it is with me and my skill level. But if my skill level could be a little bit more consistent, I would big preach that. Let's just say that. Alright. Get out of here. Let's heal up. Okay, we've got some more of these fellas, which is a-okay for me. Ow, because they're not that hard, they're just more annoying than anything, really. We fought the smaller versions of those in the Queen's Garden, if you remember. Nope. Nice try, though. I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, hey, and the backward part of that hitbox caused me to kill that armored mosquito behind me. That worked out pretty well. Alright, so we've got the Garpkeeds again. You can just jump out and dash to get back on the platform. Oh, that was bad. We'll just whack you a couple of times through the platform. Ow. Ow. Could you not? Let's heal up. Wow, I horribly timed that. Tell you what. Alright, let's heal up here. Let's see if we can just take care of you immediately, and we can. The flyers are really the most annoying enemy type that we find in this. Because most of the land-based enemies can be readily avoided, but the flyers, not so much. Ow. Hey, stop that. Okay, I do need to heal up quite a bit here. You know what? Get out of here. I need to get the upgrade for that spell as well. We haven't gotten that yet, which is a little surprising. The upgraded version of that will, of course, do more damage. It hits multiple times, and the range of it is much longer. So, we haven't actually gone to the area that is required to get that item, or that upgrade. I really should. I don't understand why I haven't yet, because we're sort of running out of game in which that upgrade is still useful. I mean, okay, that's a little bit unfair. It's useful for the boss rush event, but it's more useful for this, where I'm fighting against, like, actual enemies, rather than just bosses. You know what I mean? Get out of here. You think I want any of your sass? Because I don't. Oh, you would. Wouldn't you? Alright, how about no? How about no? I said no. Please don't. Let's heal up fully. In case I get owned again, which is totally possible. Alright, we traded there, but that's alright. I'll take it. Ow. Okay, so we need to deal with the magician as quickly as possible. Ow. Could you just... You know what? Fine, I'm not even going to nail art you. You want to be like that? We're going to be like that. Get out of here. Okay, we'll heal up now. Hopefully, that was not my favorite thing ever. We should be able to get that mostly back, though, fortunately. Oh, hello. Ow. Ow. Oh, hi. Alright. Just frickin' more of them. Why not? Okay, let's heal up as much as we can. Oh, hello. We're fighting you again. Alright. That's quite simple. Nope. Yeah, easy peasy. So much easier now that I have the nail upgrade. Alright. There's a Garpede there. We can dodge it by coming over to a side, though. Bam. I'll just do this to get a bunch of extra soul from these fellas, which is going to be useful for casting spells in the next part. And now we have maximum soul. So now begins the stupid wall jump part. Now, as I recall, and I could be totally wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure that I didn't have any nail arts when I did this the first time. Like, the Trial of the Conqueror. I'm fairly sure that I did. And if that's true, that means that this is, like, stupid easy now. Because... Ow. Because the nail arts mean that I can effectively one-shot enemies whenever I... Okay, well... No. No. Probably could have nail arted you, but whatever, it's fine. Oh dear. Oh dear. Alright, thank you, Grimchild. Big ups to Grimchild, everyone. Alright, sick. Is that the end? Please tell me that's the end. Of course it's not. Why would it be? Ow. Okay. Oh, sick. That was that. Alright, awesome. So now, I'm fairly certain that if you're patient enough, these guys will just jump into the spikes. So I'm really just going to try and do an upward slash to knock them away from me whenever I can, and get a little bit of extra soul. So I'm just going to spam this in the middle here. Ow, of course, the moment I stop doing that to try and heal. Okay, we'll try and heal now, as much as we can. Good. We can heal up maybe twice? No, just once. That's alright. We can heal up twice, or a second time now, of which I will need to, because I just took a whole bunch of damage. Alright. So, we'll nail art you. And by that I mean apparently I'll miss. There we go. Okay, we'll back off from that. We'll let Grimchild just kind of chip away at you. Get out of here. No. Alright, that's fine. We'll just nail art you into it. Oh, you cheeky little jerk. You must think you're real clever, huh? Being able to just dodge my attack by teleporting. Yeah, get out of here. Ow. Okay, I'm gonna need you stupid armored fellas to go away as soon as possible. That would be pretty awesome. Alright, let's heal up. Just once, apparently, because that's all that I have the time for. I can heal up maybe twice over here. One, apparently my jump doesn't work for some strange reason. Couldn't tell you why, though. Got you. We'll heal up, I think 3 times, because you're pretty slow, and the Grimchild can take care of you without any problems. Alright, so now comes, I believe, the boss fight. God Tamer. Hello. So I'm going to do this the hard way, and then I'll give you guys a little pro tip for making this fight way easier. Unless I accidentally do this the easy way, which is totally possible, just for the record. But there is a way to basically cut this fight in half. And no, it's not by just timing your attacks such that it hits both of them. Okay. Focus on the one with the long lance first, whenever possible. Ow. Okay. Come on now. Come on. Seriously, how much health do you have? I suppose I'm more used to doing this fight with... There we go. Alright. So there's one down, so now we just need to focus on the big guy. And pretty much now that I've done that, the pro tip is if you focus the big guy, killing the big guy first causes you to automatically win the fight. So I didn't even need to fight the one with the very large lance. But I did it anyway, just to show you guys that I could. So, pro tip for those of you that want to do this on your own. You want to just focus on the big guy. Alright, so that was 3,000 Geo. Okay. So I would just need to do that a couple more times, and I would be able to afford all of the charms. Well, a couple more times, I say. I mean... that I would be able to afford the Fragile Heart, and then potentially, or the Fragile Heart upgrade, and then potentially the Fragile Strength upgrade. Welcome back, warrior. A true fool keeps on fighting, even when there is no more glory to be gained. Step over to a board and make your mark. Show us how foolish you truly are. Yeah, I'm good. Okie dokie. So now... I will work to unlock the final movement ability, which is the invincibility dash. And this is also going to give us access to... That was so dumb. This will give us access to the upgrade, final upgrade, for the spells, which is pretty nice. And then, what else am I going to do? I'm also going to go ahead and rescue the final grub, and then we'll see where I'm at with episode length, because I may end it there, or I may keep going and unlock the junk pit, which is where we sort of get some of the endgame content. So, higher beings, these words are for you alone. Our pure vessel has ascended. Beyond lies only the refuse and regret of its creation. We shall enter that place no longer. So you'll notice over here that the king's brand is on that rock, which is why we needed to go fight Hornet to unlock this area. So if we go up to it, thankfully because we have the king's brand, we can enter this area. So let's go do that. Spooky. No music either, which is a little weird. Hey there. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. This is kind of a platforming situation. Alright, everything's fine. Hey! Stop it. Ow. Okay. Well, we just keep going, I guess. Of course, I don't really have a map for this. Oh, we're at the bottom. Oh, the abyss. Look at all the masks and stuff. Whoa. Whoa, what? Hey! Hey, don't. They're like shades of other vessels. Get out of here. Okay. Get out of my way. So what's over this way? Whoa. Can I dream nail this? our voices will cry out again. Yeah, so this is where if you use your up spell, that happens. And we unlock, we absorb a whole bunch more stuff. And we unlock Abyss Shriek. Spells will deplete soul, yada yada yada. We know about that. So, if you recall what you just saw, now this is the larger hitbox. Bam! It does much more damage. It hits multiple times, like I said already. And it's just a better version of the spell. That one is easily my favorite because the damage on it is phenomenal. Oh, get out. Okay. Hey, stop it. Okay. So now we come over this way. Ugh! Don't do that. Stupid freaking tentacle garbage. Get out of here. Stop. Okay. No. These are already just here. Get out of here. Stop it. Now. Okay, so there's obviously an up. And I'm gonna assume, yeah, but that we don't want to go that way. Good to know. Alright then. In that case, let's go up and see what we have to see up here. All of these shades of the other vessels are trying to attack us, which is weird because wouldn't you think that because I'm one of them that they would know not to attack me? Or they would have some sort of instinct or something like that? I don't know. Fortunately, my nail is strong enough now that we don't have to worry about... Or we don't have to worry... We never had to worry, technically, about them harassing me. Oh, Lumaflies. Okay. So, did they light up the area? Kind of. Are you like a lighthouse? Can I come down here now? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna crystal dash across you. Because I have a feeling that the the oily black liquid is a bad thing for me to touch. Okay. So there's an up and a down. Okay, so obviously I can't do that. So we go up, clearly. Alright. And... yes, we go in liquid. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Absorbed the Shade Cloak. Press right-click to dash forwards, cloaked in shadow. Use the cloak to dash through enemies and their attacks without taking damage. Nice! So now we have an invincibility dash, which we can of course use like that. Arcane Egg. Oh, another one of those. Lem was going to give us a lot of money for that. Okay, so that's the invincibility dash that I was mentioning so much about. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't permanently convert your dash into an invincibility dash, because that would make this just ridiculously overpowered. And we can just swim in the weird black liquid, so that's good, I think. We will need to come back here because the white fragment, there is obviously a second one, and we will need to be able to get both of those and bring them back here to unlock like the final form of that charm, which is going to give us access to the end game. like the super endgame stuff. But anyway, let's make our way out of here. So if I recall, and I may not, but if I do, over there somewhere, there is a door. And that door will only open if you have, I want to say, 15 lifeblood masks. Okay, well, I probably should have brought Gathering Swarm for these geo collection thingies, but whatever, it's fine. I've sort of passed the point where 30 geo means anything. But let's see, so not there, not here. Could potentially go up this way. Yes, we can see these butterflies. Oh, really? Oh, really? Okay, then fine. You want to be like that? Freaking be like that. Whatever. So that door up there will only open if you have 15 or more lifeblood masks. Something that can kind of be circumvented by equipping Joni's Blessing, although I'm pretty sure that the count actually increases if you do that. But anyway, so you can see that these, there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, plus the 15th here. And once these all light up, we can come over here, and we can go through this door over here, which will give us another Lifeblood-related charm called the Lifeblood Core. Oh my, excuse me. And that charm basically gives us the effect of the Lifeblood Heart, but it gives us 3 Lifeblood masks instead of 2 at the cost of 3 charm notches instead of 2. So it's decent, but all things considered, it's not really my favorite charm, mainly because it's not, at least in my opinion, it's not worth... Oh, do I get out of here? Over here. Perfect. It's not worth using a charm to get temporary health. Because at least with, like, the Fragile and then later the Unbreakable Heart, that health is just masks. Which you can regenerate using Soul, and that's not a problem. But using 2 charm slots to get 2 Lifeblood masks, which go away as soon as you take damage and cannot be replenished, is kind of a bad deal, at least in my mind. So now that we have the Invincibility Dash, there are a couple of Shade Gates that we can go through. There's the one in Fog Canyon, although we went around that one, so that's not super important. There was one in Kingdom's Edge, and there is one in Queen's Gardens. That I know of. So we're going to go to Queen's Gardens first, because that will allow us to get more of the map explored. And I will re-equip the Wayward Compass. No, I won't. I will not. I'll stick with my current build, although I will rest at that bench to give myself a save point, and also to replenish my health. So we're going to do a little bit more exploration. Because it's a good thing that I don't have to worry about that pale flower anymore, delicate flower, or whatever it's called. Anyway, so we need to come up here, and I need to go up and to the right, and then just up and to the left. Quickly over this way, like so. And then we need to go up and to the left. That was silly. as you can probably guess, the invincibility dash does not protect you from thorns or other, like, platforming hazards. But I will be making extremely liberal use of the shade dash. As many of you may have already noticed that I play like I still have it, or like I already had it, with attempting to dash through boss projectiles and dashes and stuff, as though I already have the shade cloak, when I very clearly didn't. So some of those decisions will make a little bit more sense now, and will probably be slightly less infuriating for those of you who are a little bit more seasoned at this, seasoned veterans of this game. Ow. Okay, so we come over here, we get up this way, smack the crap out of this fella right here. We apparently take damage because I'm a chump. I get real close to those thorns that just came out of that dude's body because I guess I feel like it. Okay, so there's a way to the left that I've missed. Is it there? No. Is it over here? I think I have gone too far up. So let's come back down here. Yeah, right over this way. Perfect. So now, we can dash through the shade gate. No problem. And we can continue to explore this area. Oh boy. Okay, that worked out exactly the way that I was not hoping that it would. So let's do... not like that. Let's not do like that. So let's keep going over here. Okay, perfect. That's better. Oh dear. Oh, hi. Please don't. Okay, another one. Whoa! Hello! Hi there. Are you gonna help us? She is. Nice. Thanks. Uh-oh. Traitor Lord. Oh dear. Oh, please don't. No. Ow. Oh, that hurt. Bigly. Ow. Okay, so you may have noticed that you need the Shade Cloak to actually avoid that attack. Okay, Shade Dash coming in clutch there. I gotta heal, like... Okay, that was huge. Come on, you've got to be getting close, right? Like, surely. No. Come on. Please? Oh. Did she just die? No. She just killed him. Hell yeah! Did she just die? Uh-oh. I think she just died. But she defeated him. Good for her? Can I not, like, check on her or anything? No? Okay. Bye then, I guess. Thanks for your help. Oh. Hello. Who the heck are you? Protect. Okay. Apparently, my Grimm child doesn't like that one very much. Alright, go in here. Whoa. What's with all these white tendrils? Why are they all so glowy? This kind of hurts my eyes a little bit. Holy crap! Hello! Oh, one arrives. Far it walks to find me. Did it seek my aid, or did the path carry it by chance to so pertinent a place? It is true that you were awaited. No, perhaps that is inaccurate. True, one like you was awaited. The White Lady. I have a gift, held long for one of your kind. Half of a whole. When united, great power is granted, and on the path ahead, great power it will need. Thank you. Aha! The other half of the fragment. Collected the king's soul. Ah, that creature beside. It would be naive to claim it friend, though you two share a similarity? It is a distant link, one words would strain to convey. For to cling to you now, you've been consumed in the ritual of the Scarlet Clan. That Scarlet Clan. In what poor moment they descend upon our ruin. Aid their propagation if you so choose, but do not renege on the larger task this kingdom implores. Renege? I don't know how to pronounce that. Okay. Your companion's eyes burn with a familiar flame. Success then for the Scarlet Heart, and irony to use my spawn to grow its own. I know you, creature, and the form time shall bring. You may be all and one, clan and master, but this land shall never bear so foreign a king. It faced the gendered child? She's a fierce foe, strong in mind and body, striking reflection of her mother, though the two were permitted little time together. Ah, so let's talk about Hornet. The gendered child? So does that mean that like I said before, that the vessels don't have a gender, but Hornet's weird because she is obviously female? I never begrudged the worm's dalliance as bargain. In fact, I feel some affection for the creature birthed. If your paths were ever to align, I imagine you might gain yourself a powerful ally. Within my roots, the weakening of the vessel I plainly feel. Only two obvious outcomes there are from such a thing. The first is inevitable on current course, regression, all minds relinquished to that pernicious plague. The second I find preferable, and would seek your aid in its occurrence, replacement. I implore you, usurp the vessel. Its supposed strength was ill-judged, it was tarnished by an idea instilled, but you are free of such blemishes. You could contain that thing inside. And that explains the ending that we got when we defeated the Hollow Knight the first time. I'll offer fair warning, the vessel itself may be weak, but it is much empowered by that force within. To claim its role requires strength of some magnitude. Prepare yourself well before attempting the task. Yeah, which is why we died the first time. Ah, so it bears our once fractured soul, now complete. Such strength, such resolve, such dedication. It is more than simply a vessel? I almost feel like I'm once again in the presence of my beloved worm. The king's soul. What is at the heart of it, I wonder? If its curiosity wills it, it should seek out that place where it was born, where it died, where it began. So she's referring to the abyss. Okay. So what if I dream down you? So it can access a mind? Then the seals shall break before its blade. Ah, okay. Do you have anything more to say to us? Yeah, okay. So I will make my way back to the abyss then. Let's see, where did I put my dream gate? Good question. Is it still in the hive? Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'll go to the Dream Gate, and we'll go explore that final path in, Kingdom's Edge, which will give us another charm, if I remember correctly. Did you not? Okay. So, the interesting thing that the Pale Lady said is that she prefers that we usurp the Hollow Knight and simply act as the perfect vessel to contain the infection that the Hollow Knight was unable to contain. And it has, and the Pale Lady mentioned that we are free from any sort of, like, impurities. Now, I will hold off on explaining what exactly that means, but I would like for you to remember what we saw in the Wow, my brain. The Path of Pain. What we saw at the very end with the Pale King and the Hollow Knight. So I will do my best to make my way back to this path over here, and I will see you guys when we get there. And then over here, if I remember, yes, there's another Shade Gate. And we can dash through there, and over here... Oh! You have come a long way just to die here at the edge of the world. No, do not speak. I have heard thousands and thousands of empty words from those like you. Your pride, your desires, your desperation. You will take these things with you once I strike you down. Raise your weapon then, and die like those who came before you. Alright, sure. So this is Markoth. He is widely considered the most annoying warrior dream. And in this fight, you're probably wondering why that may be. Well, in the boss rush that we do at the end of the game, you have to fight him without a floor. Also, there's a little demonstration of the power of the upward spell. So it's 4 times now instead of 1. And it does big damage. And now he's dead. Never have I been defeated in combat. I can see myself there, still sleeping. How long have I been hidden here? Here at the edge of the world, no one would find me. No one could find me, except you. Warriors, knights, kings, even time itself, they have no power over me. Only you. You are the darkness, come to consume me. Bye. Alright, and now we have enough essence to go back to the Moth Lady and get ourselves the last upgrade for the Dream Nail. Although, admittedly, this is not what I thought it was. I thought that this was going to give us access to Charm. But either way, let's go back to the resting grounds and get ourselves the final upgrade for the Dream Nail. So, in typical AltaraGuy fashion, missed another freaking breakable wall. Also puts us out over here, where we can look at the other side of the arena. Not that there's any sort of value in that, but it gives us access to this hot spring, which we can use to recharge our soul. And we can splash water in this guy's face, which is kind of funny. Anyway, back up the way we go, and back down because I suck. Yeah, I don't know how I keep missing these breakable walls, but I do. So let's keep going this way, and see... Just Crystal Dash across that. Why not? Or not. Apparently not. Down here we go. Okay. So we keep going this way then. Hi there. Bye, apparently. That was weird. Alright, so now we gotta fight that dude. He basically just constantly run away from us. So I'm gonna need to use nail arts to damage it. And also, yeah, I may have noticed that it's a trap behind it. That we need to avoid. Thankfully, though, these traps are not super difficult to get. Ow. Goodbye. Can I disarm these traps? No, awesome. Well, that may. Okay. Thankfully, though, the traps seem to go away. And then you can follow the whispering. Gotcha. Come on now. Give me your thing. I want your goodie. Whatever that is you have. I want it. Jeez. Ow. Ow. Actually, it doesn't hurt me after I go the first time, so that's still done. If I did. Let's see about dash slash. There we go. Okay. I can grab it is then. So let's listen for the whispering again. Sounds like it's lovely. Come on, just keel over and die. Thank you. Simple key. All that for a simple key. All that for a drop of blood. Anyway, that will be, I think, the final... Hang on now, there was, right, the way out was over here. Indeed it was. Okay. So we can come over this way, and we can come back out through here. We can also check that upper path, because that might have unlocked... Wait a second. Oh. Another soul statue. I don't know if the shape of the soul statue affects how much soul you get out of it, other than the Hollow Knight one, which obviously had infinite soul. Oh, okay, this was just like a faster way of getting out. Alright, that's fine. Okay, so I know where this key goes. I don't remember if there are any more. I think this is the last one. So I will make my way over there now, and you guys will see me when I get to that area. So we're pretty close. If I recall, there was a sign that tells us where the hot spring is. Which is right here. Haha! Inspect! I said inspect. A door with a simple lock. Use a simple key? I sure will. Okay. No secret smashy doors, but that's alright. Hey, wait a second. I see the secret over here. Aha! Oh, it's just a Wanderer's Journal. Okay, well, that's fine, I guess. So we gotta wait. Let's inspect. Songstress Marissa. A voice to ease all burdens and still all troubled minds. Marissa. I wonder if that's the person in the house that survived and is a super arrogant, pompous twat. I do not know. But anyway, let's go have a soak in the spring. Pleasure house. Well, I don't know if I necessarily want to have a soak in the pleasure house. That doesn't sound quite right, does it? Oh, never mind. No, it's not. We can listen to the music. Considering that it's almost 2 in the morning at the time of recording this, I gotta stop because I will fall asleep. Welcome to my stage, little one. I am Marissa, songstress of some renown. Though given the sorry state of this place, you may find it hard to believe. Huge crowds once flocked to hear me sing, then something changed. The audience, once so enwrapped, began to leave. I continued to sing, yet my voice fell silent upon their ears. Perhaps you'd cared to listen to me sing. You'd be the first in an age to hear it. Okay, so I guess we'll go up then. And look who it is! Oh, hello again, dearie. Fancy running into you here? Is it your Geo you're after? Well, you see, it's a sad thing, but it's gone. All spent. The cost of running a bank can be high, so I had to charge a somewhat large service fee to your account. Notice that it's not Millabelle the banker anymore, it's Millabelle the thief. Perfectly legitimate, of course, just part of the whole banking deal. Ah, ha, 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 ha. But, thank you so much for visiting me, and run along now, won't you? If you allow me some privacy, I'll be done here soon. Then you can have the spa all to yourself. Nope. And if you whack her a whole bunch, Geo comes out. Which I will, of course, be doing a whole bunch of. Because the reason that I put as much Geo as I possibly could is I'm fairly certain that if you, like, the way that this works is you smack the crap out of her, obviously, and you get like 1.5x the amount of Geo that you put in. So we should get something to the effect of like 6,000 Geo from this. Now, I of course do not remember the amount of Geo. Also, there's a special room over. Whoopsies. Oh, that was a mistake. Okay, good. She's still here. Give me my money. Yeah. Get my money. I wonder if I dream nail you, what happens? Nothing. How about now? Nope, still nothing. Alright, well, serves you right for stealing from me, you jerk. Don't do that to me again. Alright, so I'm going to speed this up. I'm going to time-lapse me smacking the crap out of her, because you can't kill her, but you do drop, she does drop all of the money that you lost, and then some. So, enjoy the time-lapse. So that seems to be pretty much the extent of the money that we can get by wait. Okay. Alright, so enter? Where does this go? Ah, right. Okay. So that's pretty much the extent of the geo that we can get out of smacking the crap out of her. But we are now at almost 20 grand. Which means that I can definitely afford... Hang on a second. I saw that. Not that it's worth very much at this point. I mean, it's 30 geo, but still. Money is money. Alright. So I will go back to the bench to save, and then we will head on down to the final Shade Gate, which is over in Deep Nest, if you remember. Because it's sort of a down-low area that's pretty close to the Ancient Basin, if I remember. But I will make sure that I go save first, because I don't want to lose all this progress. Because I've had a bad habit of... or a bad string of luck and all that good stuff. Okay, so I'll see you guys at that area in Deep Nest. Ah, Wielder, you've returned. Let me have a look at the dream nail. So much essence, so bright. You truly are the Wielder my tribe so long has dreamed of. The folk of my tribe were born from a light similar to essence, yet similar to that powerful blade, though much brighter still. They were content to bask in that light and honor it for a time. But another light appeared in our world, a worm that took the form of a king. How fickle my ancestors must have been. They forsook the light that spawned them, turned their backs to it, forgot it even. And so this kingdom was born from that betrayal. But the memories of that ancient light still lingered, hush whispers of faith, until all of Hallownest began to dream of that forgotten light. But what's done is done, and so am I. The Wielder has at last appeared, and I've held the memories of my tribe for long enough. It is time for us to be forgotten too. Don't remember us, Wielder. Don't honor us. We do not deserve it. I'm sorry. Light, Radiance, I remember you. So that's going to give us a little bit of lore about the infection. Wait, hang on. I see that. Okay. Is this an area that... Oh. Ah, Dream Shield. Okay. So, this charm sucks. It's so bad. I don't know what the developers were thinking with this one. I'll equip it just to show you what it does. But it's just not worth using. So, it's 3 notches to create this shield that goes around you. And the shield spins faster when you are healing, and it will do damage to enemies if you touch them with it. But if you do damage to enemies when you touch them with it, it becomes inactive for a short period of time and doesn't block projectiles. So, it's not. And for how much it costs, you're better off with another charm like the Mark of Pride or a magic charm if you're going for that kind of build. It's just not worth using. But anyway, so we've learned a little bit more about what's going on here, that the infection is indeed the light that we have suspected. And it's called the Radiance, or so the seer says. And apparently that was here before the king showed up and made Hallownest Hallownest. Which means that potentially the infection was a thing long before the events of this game. Excuse me. But what I wonder is if the Pale King, the worm, came in and sort of usurped the reign of this other light, the Radiance. If there was an infection, how did they stop it the first time? Or was it something that was always there, and then the problem became when the seer said that all bugs began to dream of the Forgotten Light? That the Radiance was able to, like, work its way into the dreams of bugs, and that's what caused everyone to become infected, till it hit an inflection point where the king had to create the vessels in order to try and contain it. I think that's what's going on here. So I'll go rest at this bench. I'm gonna go visit Lem to sell our goodies, because we have a whole bunch of them now. And then I will make my way down to the Abyss to figure out what the King's Soul will change into. So I'll see you guys there. Hello, Lem. Start with the Arcane Egg. What do you have to say about this? Another Arcane Egg? It's a rare chance to own 2 of these. I'll be the envy of all my colleagues, though my purse is feeling much lighter for it. These eggs are the most desired find from time before Hallownest, but they're not the only remnant of that age. You may have come upon them, those old statues that seem a store for a soul. For soul, they too prove its existence, though in a larger, cruder form. Oh, so maybe the Soul Master didn't create those? Another king's idol? Have you visited the remnants of his palace? It's down below the city in the bedrock of the kingdom. You have. Must have been an impressive sight in its time. Now there's nothing left. It's a strange thing, though. There are no signs of conflict around the area. It's as though the whole place just vanished. That is weird. King's idol? I've often wondered the true visage of the king. Depictions are of an imposing, gleaming figure and a fiercely horned crown. I suspect there's much embellishment in the imagery, though. A ruler seeking worship tends to hide their blemishes. It'd do no good to appear a common bug. If you say so. Hallownest seal? You're a talented collector, all right. The best I've met. If you keep at it, I'll worry I'll run out of space in the shop. Okay, so he's gonna say that. Got anything more for us for the Wanderer's Journal? A Wanderer's Journal? It's quite incredible how many of these you've collected. You must have traveled the breadth of the kingdom to accrue such a haul. I sure have, buddy. I sure have. Alright, so it looks like he's just going to loot this dialogue, so I will head over to the Abyss, and I'll see you guys there. Oh, hang on. We got a cracked floor here. Yeah, there we go. Whoa. Oh. That looks like him, and also the statue at the city crest. And this kind of looks like the Grey Mourner here. No idea who these other 3 are. Oh. King's Idol. Oh, this looks like another statue of the Pale King. Okay. I guess we got a dream now. Oh, weird. We're in the White Palace again. Okay. Uh-oh. Hello! So, this is the dream version of the Dung Defender. And, it is worth mentioning a couple of things. Of course, his attacks are much harder. He does that. He does a dive now. And you can no longer use the downward spell to knock him out of the digging attack that he does. So while it may be possible to do this without the Shade Cloak, it is made much easier by having it. Ow. So we're gonna see if we can actually do this. Obviously his attacks are much faster and more numerous. So we'll see about being able to pull this off first try. Okay. So So we can heal up now, I think. I hope. Okay, that's fine. I got 2 masks out of that. Alright, so he's doing a bunch of attacks. The best thing to do is to stay close to him, because this allows you to do some melee attacks. But I'm just going to try and get over here and heal. I got 1 mask. I'll dash through that. So we're doing pretty well. We're now at 6 masks. So he's got his sort of dive there. He's got the projectile throw. I think this is, well, so obviously there's like twice as many balls that come out, and we win! Alright, I thought that would last a little bit longer, especially after Nightmare King Grimm, but you know what? I'll take it. Oh, crap. Sorry, dude. My friends, I will protect our dear kingdom. Have faith in me. We will meet again, I promise it. That was sad. Oh, and I got a whole bunch of essence from that. Can I do it again? Or is there more lore for this? Oh, okay, you can just fight him again. Oh, damn it. Alright, well. Okay, so you can fight him again, but he just does double damage. So we're not going to do that. So I think Lem mentioned something when we give a Hallownest seal. He mentioned something about the 5 great knights of Hallownest. So we learned that the Dung Defender must have been one of them. Although we don't really know what happens otherwise. Like, what I mean is, like, we don't know what happened to the other 4. Nor do we really know why he is still alive and none of the rest of them are. I mean, obviously he's kind of, like, secluded from the rest of Hallownest, but still, like, why weren't they also similarly secluded? Or maybe they are still alive and he just doesn't know where they are. I have no idea. But anyway, we're going to make our way over to the Ancient Basin. Actually, well, we're in the Ancient Basin. We're going to make our way over to the Abyss. And we'll see about what the, what this will unlock for us. Oh, actually, I suppose I should probably tell you guys about what the King's Soul does. It's actually not a half-bad charm. So, it's right here. Holy charm symbolizing a union between higher beings. The bearer will slowly absorb the limitless soul contained within. Opens the way to a birthplace. So basically, for 5 notches, you get 2 soul per second forever. Which is pretty nice for, like, a magic build. Because it means that you don't have to worry about ever striking an enemy with the nail, which means that you can replace Soul Catcher and Soul Eater with this charm. But, unfortunately, you do need it to unlock the true ending. And it says, opens the door to a birthplace. So I don't exactly remember which way we need to go for that. Ow. But you'll understand why we won't be using it too much soon enough. Come on now. Okay. So, I think it's to the left here. Do we have a map? Oh, we do. Okay, maybe it's to the right then. Ow! Holy crap, these guys hurt. Alright, so I have to go through all of this without taking a single hit. Isn't that just delightful? Oop, forgot about you. No thanks. Okay. We don't want to fall in there. Let's just keep going this way, I guess. Do we need to go back up to the lighthouse, or do we need to go back to, like, that weird void bowl thingamajig? I don't honestly know. I don't remember, to be honest. So, let's go to the bowl and see, because maybe that's the thing to do. I don't know. But we'll find out soon enough. So I believe we go up here. And then we go back down. Alright, so we've got the bowl. But it doesn't do anything. Okay, can I go, like, over you? No. Okay, so that's clearly not the thing. Which is fine. So the question becomes, where do we go with this, then? Let's check out the lighthouse, and I'll cut away to when we get... I'll cut away to when we get there, and you guys will see what that ends up doing and looking like. Okay. So I think I needed to actually equip the King Soul, and I was slightly off the mark with my description of it. But you can see that in my soul meter is slowly ticking up, despite me not actually attacking anything. So I have a sneaking suspicion that you needed to actually have it equipped in order to have it unlock whatever it's going to unlock. Although, like I said, I don't know what that is, but how? I think we need to go to the right. Really? So I had to unequip a fairly substantial number of charms, and by that I mean 2. Whoa! Okay. Maybe this is the way to go? Whoa, it's dark. Oh my god, look at all the vessels in the background! Oh my god, there are so many! Holy... Ow! Stop that! Holy crap, look at them all! Stupid Shade Gate, get out of my way. Okay... Where do I even go? So I must have been one of these then, clearly, but like... How did we get out then? That's what I want to know. Whoa, this is weird. It's also crazy dark. Could you imagine doing this without the Lumify lantern? That would be pretty nuts. Okay. Oh. Another arcane egg. Alright. I didn't even know that was there. I'm just trying to go forward, and that just happened to work out that way. Get out of here, boy. Ow. You know, I might be able to crystal dash through there, now that I think about it. Nope. Definitely can't. Alright, so I just gotta, like, time the dash up good. Okay. So what's up here? Ouch. Nothing. Man, look at this. There's just like a pile of them. It's so many. Jeez. Where did they all come from? That's what I want to know. Okay, so we go... Alright, that's nothing, clearly. Suddenly I understand why it's called a birthplace, because look at them all. Oop. Get out of here. Okay. Oh. Whoa. Look at that, our reflection. This looks like an arcane egg. Can we dream nail it? Oh. Apparently that was the thing we were supposed to do. Uh-oh. No cost too great. Yeah. Oh. Is that me? It is me. Where did I get the nail from then if I came from down here? Oh, wait. Oh, wait, this is like... I think this is me currently. Whoa, listen to the music. Oh, it's so dark, I can't see anything. No mind to think. Okay. Oops. Whoa. Okay. This is gonna take me some time to get out of. Sorry, guys. Oh, wait, there was a platform over here. Okay. Come on now. Let's just keep going up, maybe to the left here. Ow. Oh, wait, I don't have my health bar. So not that way. Okay, so there's a platform there, apparently. I was really lucky with that. No will to break. Weird. So there's a platform here. But I think we need to go, like, up and to the left over here, right? Yeah. Look at them all. And maybe over here? No. Alright then. So not that way, clearly. No. Okay, good. Wait, how am I supposed to get up to that platform then, if there are all those spikes? Okay, so not that way. Oh, there's a little platform right there. I'm silly. No voice to cry suffering. Also, I'm pretty sure that's not how you're supposed to get up that way, but it worked out, so who am I to judge? Whoa. Born of God and Void. Born of Void. Okay, maybe this way? Whoa. Hold on, I saw that. There's a thing up there. Oh, the Pale King and the Hollow Knight. Oh. No. You shall seal the blinding light that plagues their dreams. You are the vessel. You are the Hollow Knight. Oh. Collected the Void Heart. Okay. Yeah, there we go. An emptiness that was hidden within, now unconstrained, unifies the void under the bearer's will. This charm is a part of its bearer and cannot be unequipped. Okay, so we don't have the King Soul anymore, now it's the Void Heart. So I guess this must be the birthplace of the vessels? Oh, they're friendly now. Ish. Well, they at least are docile. Grimchild, could you just not? So now I'm curious then, like, why did the Pale King only bring out one of the vessels? If they had so many of them, why would he bring just the one? Wouldn't it make sense to have like a contingency plan in case for whatever reason this vessel failed? Because it clearly, I mean, hindsight is 20/20, right? But like, at some level, you know, you would expect to need a second or third. I mean, you have so many, right? Like, oh dear. And I mean, I guess we did see the broken vessel, which had like some infection contained inside of it. And when we killed it, it released that infection into the wandering or the forgotten crossroads, which turned it into the infected crossroads. But like, my point still stands of, if you have this thing, why wouldn't you keep a backup? Especially if you made so many, even if they're not as good. You have like countless, surely. I mean, there are so many vessels down here that even if they didn't do as good a job, you would still be able to have enough that you would be able to contain the vessel, or the infection, potentially forever. Or at least for such a long time that not only would people forget, all of the bugs forget that it even existed, but that they would be able to just like become unaffected by it, you would think. Right, so we made our way out. Okay. Also, aren't we supposed to meet Hornet here? Isn't that a thing? Oh, okay, I see. So, apparently, the wiki says, if the knight has not encountered Hornet in Deep Nest, she also appears at the top of the Abyss after they successfully acquire the Shade Cloak and safely return. She believes that since the knight ascended the Abyss unscathed, they have a choice in their journey to prolong Hollowness stasis or face the heart of the infection instead. Okay. So, because we saw her in Deep Nest, we don't have the ability to see her at this point in the game, which is fine. So now we have a little bit of, like, housekeeping to do, but we're getting to the end of the game. At least the end of the main game. And then comes the Godmaster content, which could be good, could be bad. It's been some time since I've done all of that, so we'll have to see. There is one final thing that I want to do, though, and, well, actually, there are a couple of things that I want to do. One of them is I want to go and explore all of the bits of the map that I haven't been able to explore yet, because I'm missing a couple of charms, and I also want to get all of the grubs so that we can sort of round out the collection of all of the goodies in the game. So I will go to... where will I go? Because the area that I am referring to specifically is this area down here. I'll point it out in editing. I actually think that the tram from here to Deep Nest would be the way to go. So I'll do that instead, I think. So we'll make our way over there. I'll get that, because there's a charm there that's actually not half bad. It does hold a special place in my heart because it has saved me from many a failed Godmaster run attempt. So we'll see about getting our hands on that, and then progressing to get the last of the collectibles. So I'll see you guys in Deep Nest. Is it just through here? Yes, yes it is. Okay. So down here, don't worry, there's no arachnophobia warning because there are no spiders down here. But we have ourselves a shade gate that was down here, I thought. Yes, over here. So we can shadow dash through there. And then we just need to get across this path here while not getting owned. Oh yeah, I totally could have shade dashed. I think that's the whole point, that you're expected to shade dash or shadow dash through these. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but I didn't. Whoops, okay. So we need to wait for this one to go down and we'll shadow dash through there. Apparently we need to shadow dash through that, although I don't know how you would time that, but I'm sure there's a way. I also need to re-equip Quick Focus. Whoa, Sharp Shadow. Okay. Contains a forbidden spell that transforms shadows into deadly weapons. When using Shadow Dash, the bearer's body will sharpen and damage enemies. So what that does is it lengthens the dash that you have quite substantially, if I may add. Oh, Corpse of a Guardian. Oh yeah, I think we did that already. And it means that if you dash through an enemy, it does like 1 nail's worth of damage. So, you all are quite familiar with the dash length. This is what it is without Sharp Shadow. It's a reasonable dash. But if you equip Sharp Shadow, and I have done this, your dash becomes that. So it's much longer now. I think it's like a 40% increase of the Shadow Dash. It doesn't affect your Mothwing Cloak Dash. But it does give you increased range on your Shadow Dash. And that is very useful because, especially later, there is a boss, oh my goodness, excuse me, that we will fight that has a fairly substantial dash attack range, and if you dash through it with the standard Shadow Dash, oh, we're still here, crap, I don't want to be here. I need to put the Dream Gate somewhere else. If you dash through it with the normal Shadow Dash, you may still take damage, but if you dash through it with the Sharp Shadow, not only will you not take damage because of the increased dash range, but you will also damage the boss. And I actually had a situation where I was down to 1 hit point, and I did a Shadow Dash through the boss and killed it instead of taking the lethal damage from the dash attack. I ended up killing it with the Sharp Shadow and saving the run, which was very surprising. So anyway, we're going to make our way back to the bench at the City of Tears. There's a grub in Green Path that we haven't gotten, and I believe it is the last one. So, we will make our way over there and we will get it, and then we will go on up to the Grubfather and see about getting our reward. Because the charm that you get from the Grubfather is actually useful for the go across the map without taking damage challenge. And you will see why in a moment. Okay, so I seriously just like missed that grub. So, alright, cool. Well, that's the last one, so let's make our way back to the Grubfather. Okay. Hello, Grubfather. Give me the goods. Money. Alright, and Grubberfly's Elegy. So let's see if it tells us. Contains the gratitude of grubs who will move on to the next stage of their lives. Imbues weapons with a holy strength. When the bearer is at full health, they will fire beams of white-hot energy from their nail. So that does exactly what it says it does. But it's pretty good, all things considered. The beams that you fire are kind of short range, but hang on a second, I saw that. There's a light coming from up here. There we go. Alright, what do we got? Oh, it's just Geo. Okay, well. Oh, and a Dream Root. Alright, cool. Well, we could have done that before I made this whole area infected and way more dangerous, but whatever, it's fine. Let's smack this. But anyway, as I was saying, the beams are fairly short range, but they do... You shoot them out as fast as you can swing your nail. So it does have a hidden synergy with the Quick Slash charm, because you simply just fire beams faster. And it also has a direct synergy with the Fury of the Fallen, because that causes the beams that you shoot from your nail to do the same amount of damage, or to increase the damage with Fury of the Fallen when you're at 1 health. And I also think it comes back when you're... I'm doing a really piss poor job of explaining this. What I'm trying to say is that Fury of the Fallen causes it to work when you're at full health and at 1 health. And you get the effects of both Fury of the Fallen for the beams when you're at full health and at 1 health. So if you're doing the, walk across the map challenge, or for that 1 mask shard that you need to get for maximum health, you can use those two to do a fairly substantial amount of damage and increase your nail range by a pretty substantial margin as well. So it's a decent combo. I don't know if I would use it for like bosses and stuff, but for that challenge it works pretty well. Alright, so let's have a look-see at this. Twisting paths, traveling masses, vessel sealed. Okay, so that's telling us about all of the different things in the crossroads. Okay. So let's see. How many charms do I have left to get? 3. 2, technically, because this one is in Divine right now. So this one here, if we go back to the Lake of Un, there's a platforming puzzle, and this one is the 15 Lifeblood Masks thing that I told you guys about. So I will head on over to... Actually, did I say Divine? I think it's just pronounced Divine. I'll go over here and I'll pay you for that.
Not slow?
Yes. And... boink! Thanks for that, I guess. Unbreakable Heart. That smell. You're hiding something very nice from me, aren't you? Shouldn't hide something so nice. Show me, put it on, quickly. Yeah, so she's referencing that you have 2 other charms, 2 other fragile charms that you could use, or you could give her. But now we have the Unbreakable Heart. Increases the health of the bearer, allowing them to take more damage. This charm is unbreakable, so it now just gives you 2 health points whenever it's equipped, which is pretty nice. So I need to go to Leg Eater and get this fixed. And I need to go and get this charm from the Lake of Un. So I will go and do both of those. And I'll just show the Lake of Un thing, because we haven't seen that before. And I'll see you guys when I get there. Okay, so there was the way in there, which I think... What was here, actually? I don't remember. Just a bench. Alright, sure, I'll take that. So now, we needed either the Crystal Dash or Yzma's Tear to make it across here. And I guess we specifically need Yzma's Tear to be able to go down into the acid there. So let's go do that and make our way over this way. Lots of acid over here. Holy crap. Alright. Oop, hang on. That looks like an up here. It's not, but it looks like it is. Alright. Let's see... No, okay, nothing there. There's a one-way wall over here that we can break down. Go down here, I guess? Oh, something's rumbling. Whoa! Hello. Whoa. Shape of Un. Ah, perfect. I guess. Alright, thanks for that. Well, there's our charm. So we can leave now. So that charm is actually not terrible. It's actually pretty good, I would say. What it does is it allows you to move while healing, and it turns you into a snail while doing so. So, you can move while healing, and it pairs well with quick focus because you move faster while healing when you have quick focus on, which is pretty good if I do say so myself. And actually, I used that one for one of the more difficult boss fights because the speed that you can move at while you're healing is actually pretty fast. So here, I'll demonstrate real quick for you. So you become a snail and you can move around. And it, like I said, you move faster when you have quick focus equipped. So it's actually a pretty good charm. So we have one left, which is this one here, which requires that we get oodles and oodles of lifeblood. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go purely for a lifeblood situation. And that's going to give us, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18? So let me look up real quick if we need more than that. I don't honestly remember if we do. But, okay, so apparently you only need 15 while Joni's blessing is active. So since we have 18, we're in a pretty good spot right now. So we need to make our way over there to the Abyss, which will allow us to get our hands on the last charm. So I'll see you guys over there. Okay. So, as we can see, we're glowing. As soon as all of those light up, I think we'll be able to go into this area over here. Shabam. There we go. Nice. Okay, so now we have some platforming to do, which is going to be a tad bit problematic because I have Joni's blessing equipped, meaning that if I goof this sufficiently, I can't heal and I will eventually just die. So hopefully, I don't screw this up to the point where I would need to worry about that. Oh, there is a needle that needs to be threaded. Oh boy. I don't know about that one there, Chief, but it worked out. We seem to be okay. I'll go this way for that. Never mind. No, I won't. Ooh, we need to be very careful when doing this. Why are there so many spikes? Why is that a thing? Alright, I'm going to try going to the left. Let's try that again, shall we? Alright, so we're safe here. I suspect that falling into the clouds is bad. Yes, yes it is. Awesome. Okay. Oh, well it reset me with full health. Alright, so that's not terrible then, I suppose. Okay. So let's try that again, perhaps? With a little less being terrible? What did I just say? Okay. Ow! Come on now. Not like this. Oh, hey, it counted as, I think, putting me through the spikes, so I'll take it. Okay. We gotta be super careful. Alright, we're good. Okay. Woo! Woohoo! Alright. Ah, come on. Oh, really? Jeez, I'm just terrible, is what I am. Oh my god, dude. There we go. Okay. So, like, was there a difference? I don't know. I don't know what that is. The thing is, there are 2 items in this area. One of them will cause you to immediately be ejected from this area, and one of them is an arcane egg. So one of them is the charm, and one of them is the egg. So I'm gonna just really quick look up where. Okay, I think this might be the egg. Okay, it says that there is the charm is on a pedestal. Didn't look like that was a pedestal. So I think we're clear to take that without locking off this area. And I mean, yeah, it's only Geo, but like, it's 1200 Geo, which I would like to be able to get my hands on, considering that we need to still get the unbreakable version of the strength and greed, and that requires a whole bunch of money. So I think we're clear to do this one. Actually, what I want to do real fast is I want to just check the other path and see if that is the way to the Lifeblood Core. Oh boy. Ow. Lifeblood Core. Because it might be. And in that case... I don't want to get that one. Oh, really? Alright, it's fine. I made it. There we go. Okay. Oh, yeah, so that's definitely the Lifeblood Core. So we don't want that one. Which is fine. Ow. Can I actually make it out of here? Maybe. It's gonna be tricky. There we go. Alright. Ow. I don't want to die for this. Okay. It looks like I'm gonna die for this. Alright, so... yep. Alright, that's fine. Not my smartest move, but it is what it is. So I'll make my way back, and I'll see you guys when I get both thingies. Oh hey, we one-shot the shade now. That's pretty nice. I do love that for me. So this way is... So this way is to the egg. Here we go. Gimme. Arcane egg. Nice. Oh, this is a breakable wall. Wow, I'm dumb. Alright. Here we go. Lifeblood Core. Nice. So we got all the charms in the game now. Cool. Alrighty then. So now, let's see. Is there anything else on the map that we haven't done yet? I don't think so. I think we've explored everything. Hmm. Yeah, it looks like we have. I mean, okay, so there's this one area here for the Fog Canyon, but that's just a link up with the Forgotten Crossroads, and there's not an item there, so I don't really care that much. Yeah, I think we're good. So now, let's go back and challenge the Hollow Knight for realsies this time. So I'll see you guys at the Temple of the Black Egg.
Velmi Artrit.
Okay, sell that.
Oh, Paul.
With as many of these as you've delivered, the other relic seekers are like to think I've gone mad for the king. Pah, who am I kidding? They'll only be jealous of my collection. Find me more.
Velmi Artrit.
Another arcane egg for you? A third arcane egg? You're an exceptional explorer to have found so many. An egg is a perfect protective form. In Hallownest, we use stone journals or tablets are text engraved atop. These eggs are far more secure. Their records are stored within. In fear of damaging the eggs, I'm only able to access the outer layer, but it's clear those in the distant past could somehow access information stored even deeper within. If only I could find a way to do so. Just think of the discoveries to be made.
Velmi Artrit.
Last one. A
Son?
fourth arcane egg? I wouldn't have believed it possible. I've never met a bug with your knack for uncovering this kingdom's treasures. You must have some sort of sense about you? Or maybe these eggs are somehow drawn to you. My fellows have claimed there's a will of sorts within each egg, that each seeks its own bearer or reject them. That'd be a subtle power indeed, and I remain skeptical. Relic seekers are prone to confusing facts with fable.
Helma Delka.
Tis possible. Alright, so let's go upgrade our strength charm real quick. And then we will go challenge the Hollow Knight. Alright, so let's fix ourselves this charm. My charm! What did you do to it? The smell. Different. Strange. But nice. Very nice. That smell talks to me. Someone. Somewhere. Very nice. Are you curious? You're wondering how I make my special gifts? Don't try and steal my secrets. I'll steal them right back. If you're cruel to me, you'll be sorry. I don't think that's how secrets work, my dude, but sure. Whatever you say. Okay. Hello, Divine. Ah, I can smell it. Another gift made for me. Give it to me. Yep, I'll do it. Ah. Such a little beauty. Such a smell. Such a smell. Ah. Yeah. Eat your charm. Whatever. And now we talk.
Not slow?
Yep. Gimme. I'm flat broke now, but that is A-okay. Boink. Alright, nice. Unbreakable strength. Perfect. It's covered in goop, but don't worry, we can rinse that off in the acid. It'll be A-okay. So now we have reached my endgame build, which is Unbreakable Strength, Quick Slash, Quick Focus, and then some 2-notch charm. I'm going to stick with the Grimm Child for now. Unfortunately, Mark of Pride is going to go back on the shelf because Fragile Strength or Unbreakable Strength is a better charm. So let's go do the Hollow Knight now. So there's 2 endings that you can get with the Hollow Knight, and I'll do the easier one first, because I honestly don't know that I'll be able to pull off the harder one, but we're about to find out. In we go, with all the goop and glory. Oh, hello, Hornet. The path is opened. One way or another, an end awaits inside. I won't be joining you in this. That space is built to sustain your likes. Its bindings would drain me were I to join. Don't be surprised. I'll not risk my own life in your attempt. Though if the moment presents, I'll aid as I'm able. Could it achieve that impossible thing? Should it? Ghost of Hallownest, you possess the strength to enact an end of your choosing. Would you supplant our birth-cursed sibling, or would you transcend it? Okie dokie, in we go. And we've seen all this before, so I'm just going to dash ahead to the bench, get my health back, and then we will fight the Hollow Knight again. Shabam. Alright. Let's do this. Come and get it, big boy. Ow. Nope. Okay, we're good. Just do a whole bunch of damage as much as possible. Alright, I think that's next phase. So fortunately, that attack becomes much easier because we have the invincibility dash, so we can just, like, dash through the goop, which works pretty well for our advantage. Alright, so he's going to stab himself now, or itself now, I should say. So let's just focus on doing as much damage as we can. Don't. Please don't. I said stop. Thank you. Whoa, alright. It's doing it again. Let's do some healing. No, don't shoot your goop at me. Oh, hey. Whoa! Thanks, Hornet. So, this is the easier of the two. And we won again! Much easier this time now that we have the unbreakable strength. Oh right, we need to focus. Give me your goop. Give me the goop. And... shabam! Rest in peace, Hornet. There we go. We seal the infection within ourselves again. In it goes. But now we have a Hornet seal. So Hornet became like a dreamer to seal the gate, but because she's inside the Temple of the Black Egg, in that ending, the infection can't get out. Okay, we're back. Let's try the harder ending this time. This is going to be pretty difficult, so I honestly don't know if I'm going to win. But I'll do my best. We'll see about what I can do here. Ow. Come on now. Come on. Stupid damage. I shouldn't be taking this. Hi there. Ow. Man, I was like really spoiled by the damage that I got from last time. Holy crap. Ow. Okay, I need to focus up here. Okay, it's gonna start impaling itself. I stupidly cast a Shade Soul backwards, which was really freaking stupid. Whoa, did I actually double up there? Oh, alright, here we go. I think this is it. Yep, there we go. Okay, so now we use the Dream Nail. And we go inside. We enter an arena of sorts. Challenge? What are we challenging? Oh god, we're challenging the sun. Uh-oh. Hi! The Radiance. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. So this boss fight is pretty difficult. So we've got the wall of light that you need to shade dash through. We've got these orbs that are kind of like the orbs that the Soul Master shoots at you. We've got this wall of nail spike type things that has gaps, fortunately, that you can go through. So we've now sort of hit like the second phase where spikes will come out of the ground for half of the arena. Okay. So, we've got the omnidirectional laser. We've now got nails coming down from the ceiling. I think that's gonna hit me, yeah. Trying to heal there is pretty risky. Okay, that was dumb. Fortunately, the spikes do go away if... Ow! Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die! Ah! Okay, so there was a lot going on there. Let me explain. And also, that counts as a death, because reasons. I don't know why. Anyway, so let's go through all of the attacks. The nail wall will shoot 3 walls of nails, or spikes, or whatever, that you need to dodge, and there's usually a gap that you can just jump and dash through. You can shade dash through it, but depending on when you do that, you won't have enough time for it to fully come off cooldown. It has the orbs attack, which we've seen before, so it's fairly straightforward. You can just jump and then dash underneath, and as soon as they hit the ground, they'll go away. We have the wall of light, which you just need to shadow dash through, but if you don't have a shadow dash, it can be kind of tricky. We have the nails and spikes that come down from the ceiling. Those you just need to, like, sideways step for. We have the, I think it's the octodirectional laser. So she'll fire 3 bursts of lasers, or maybe it's 2 bursts of lasers. And you can pretty much just sidestep them. And on the second one, there's enough time for you to heal if you have quick focus. And then in the second part of this, you have spikes on the ground that will basically cut off half of the arena, which can be removed if you touch them at any point, even with iframes. So if you get damaged by an attack and you touch them, they'll go away for a short period of time. If you get hit by them, they'll do 1 mask of damage instead of the 2 masks that most of her attacks will do. Or if you use Descending Dark, which is the down spell, you can take advantage of the iframes you get from that to do extra damage. So let's see if we can do that a little bit better this time. Unfortunately, I will have to refight the Hollow Knight in order to get back, so what I'm going to do is I am just going to... I'm going to just cut ahead to when Hornet gets here, and we restart the fight. Okay, I think we're good now. This is made much faster by the Fragile Strength, or the Unbreakable Strength charm. Okay, in we go. Alright. And we don't have the platforming bit, we just have the Radiance now. Fortunately, the Radiance is like the only boss in the game that doesn't do contact damage, so you can like walk up to her and smack the crap out of her. Okay, so that's another attack that I guess I didn't see before. So this, she does do 3 batches. So then we also have that like sword flower shape type situation that can be a little bit easy to dodge, but because the swords do have tracking, depending on where you are, it can be kind of tricky. Oop, okay, we need to heal. We've got orbs again. Fortunately, you can dash through them as needed. Alright, this is fine. The lasers are very slow, so you have time to reposition yourself. Okay, we can heal up now, except no, we can't because I don't have the soul. So it's going to do that again from the other side. So much like with Nightmare King Grimm, you want to stick with the, just the rhythm of the fight. So now, in that part, you have spikes on the outer third, or outer quarters of the platform, and she'll just continuously have the spikes raining from the sky attack until you stun her, which causes this attack. So now you basically do it all again, but instead you have these platforms instead of just being on solid ground. Fortunately, she decided to spawn herself in a pretty easy location for me to smack the crap out of her with, so that wasn't so bad, in the sense that we got a lot of damage off with minimal risk. Okay, so now we have the next bit, which is platforming. So we need to go up these platforms here while she's shooting that laser at us. Oh, crap. And if you fall down, you only take 1 mask of damage instead of 2 from her attacks. So depending on your positioning, it can be beneficial to do that. Ah, that was bad placement, but it's fine. Okay, let's wait here. We can shadow dash through the laser. Let's just keep going up. Okay, let's wait for that laser. And we smack her and we win! And now the Void, and that's the Hollow Knight, who rips her face off. And now our true Void form is emerged, and we attack to smack the crap out of her face. All of the damage. Boom! And then she gets dragged into the Void. And now she's gone. Oh. So now the Void is starting to leak out of the Temple of the Black Egg. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh. But it's gone now. It's seeping into the ground. Where Hornet seems to be... dead? Unconscious? I don't know. Oh! No, she's okay. She survived. Nice. Oh, we didn't, though. Rest in peace. Us. Oh, and all of our siblings. So those are called siblings. As I'm sure you could have guessed based on the vessels. And now they're free. They can rest easy now because their task is completed. We defeated the infection. Alright, so I'm going to leave this episode here. Don't worry, this is not the end of the series. We still have 1 or 2 more episodes left, where we will go to a place called Godhome, and we will attempt the ultimate challenge in this game, which is to do basically a boss rush type situation. Whoopsies. Which is to do a boss rush type situation where we will need to fight every single boss in the game, one after another. And it's going to take me quite some time to do, so there may be a gap between the next episode and the one after that. But we are coming to the end of the game, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. I know this was a bit of a long episode. I may splice it into 2 parts, depending on what ends up happening. But anyways, I don't know why I'm saying that now. Editing me, cut that out. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. I know it was a bit of a longer one. There was quite a lot of lore discussion that we had here. But if you did enjoy the episode and you made it to the end, please consider to like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help out the channel, and it lets YouTube know that this is stuff that's worth pushing out. I know I say it a lot, but I really do appreciate your guys' support. And if you made it to the end of the episode, hopefully you were able to be entertained. I really do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch my stuff. It does mean so much to me. And as always, take care of yourselves. Alright, bye.